2, 3. Vittu. Satana. 1, 2, 3. Perkele! Vittu, että vituttaa. Noniin. 1, 2, 3. Ei helvetti.
Welcome, everybody, to the Plumes of Hazard. As always, I'm your host, the Angstful Vapor. To my left, as always, is my lovely co-host, the talented, the awesome, the neck-bearded Fubaka. Hello, everybody.
And in high school, this is where I shave mostly.
Yeah.
Here and here.
Not so much here.
Well, no, the sideburns were always a thing.
Yeah.
But it was like this area. I didn't have the...
Right. Yes, it was Jaeger, by the way. Whoever who was just asking if that was Jaeger. Definitely
Boom.
Jaeger. Oh.
Look at just shut up. I'm going to go grab a drink.
He's just in time. We're about to do this. He's coming.
9:12 late, LVN. Why isn't my camera on?
I don't know.
All right, well, I'm going to go grab a drink too, because fuck it. All right, I'll be back.
Everybody goes to grab a drink after we go live. It's fantastic. Welcome to Plumes of Hazard, everybody. The most professional show in vaping. No, it's Masty didn't give it up, Darrow. It's he's on island time. as usual on island time. That's what we say. It's all good. I'm just glad he came. He was running late from work today. And yes, by the way, because that certainly appeals to be Jaeger, made my stomach hurt as well. Can't stand it. And that's not one that that I ever got sick on. You know, because everybody's got, you know, a particular alcohol or two that they cannot drink anymore. That was not one of mine. I just hate the flavor. It's just that anise sort of licoricey awfulness. I just never liked it. It does not sit well with me. Now, I do have one of those, which I don't mind sharing. Oh, hello. Welcome back. I already slaunchted.
That one had a bit of a start, like beep, beep.
So we were talking about the intro as being Jaeger. I, to this day, cannot drink any of the sour mash whiskeys. So, like Jim Beam and not Walkers. I mean, what's the other one? The big one. Jim Beam and what was the other one?
I don't know. I don't really like Jim Beam, so.
Well, me either, but it's the other one. What's the most popular whiskey in the States?
Oh, Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels, thank you. I just completely drew a blank. I bought a whole bottle of that in college and just drank it out of the bottle for one party. Got passed out on the floor after probably making an ass of myself, and was sick at some point. Can't do it at all anymore, and that includes like Jack. You know, for a while there, and this is kind of tamed down for now, but for a while there was all sorts of like Jack Daniel's barbecue sauce and Jack Daniel's whatever, right? They were putting that flavor in everything, and all of it tasted like shit to me. It's like
I already don't like barbecue sauce that much, aside from like Sweet Baby Ray's. So
Sweet Baby Ray's.
that is the only barbecue sauce I use.
It's pretty good. When I'm going to use a barbecue sauce, that is one of the ones that I like to go to as well. There's another one a little bit more local here that I've tried as well. It's also good, but Sweet Baby Ray's is pretty much wherever. But I don't really use barbecue sauce.
And neither do I. I almost never do. That's why I'm like very picky about it.
Yeah,
It's like the derivative of ketchup to me.
yeah. And I don't mind ketchup on a burger or something like that, but nah, I don't know. Barbecue sauce is okay, but I'm a dry rub rib guy. When I make those, it's just dry rub.
Wait, are you telling me that you don't have A1 with your steak?
No.
I know. I'm not asking that question.
Oh,
Seriously.
okay.
I was just saying if I can get it out dry as hell.
Yeah, no, I don't. I've tasted it before, but no. I mean, if I'm gonna make a steak or eat a steak or pay for a steak, is a better way to put it. I'm not putting steak sauce on it. No. Horror can't drink amaretto. That makes sense. That's kind of a bummer though, Greg, because that's in a lot of like mixed drinks. If you go to a party and that's what they're, it's like one of those mixed drinks party, which I don't have any friends that do that, but I understand that's a thing. Yeah, that I think that's in a lot of it. Like if you went to Duquesne's house, right? Duquesne's all about those like crazy mixed drinks.
Oh, cocktails, yeah.
Yeah. No, if I'm putting on a party, it's probably just going to be, whiskeys.
Oh,
Scotch
wow.
whiskeys.
Okay, real quick. So my older brother's birthday is this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And my other older brother bought him
we start?
an Ultimate Warrior face mask.
You signed in like right when we went live.
Oh shit!
like immediately. Well done. Sorry, your brother's birthday's this weekend. I missed all of that. I was listening to Matt.
So
Yeah.
anyway, yeah. So my brother's birthday is this weekend, and I can't screen share. You twat. All right, fine. I'll pull up OBS.
You can screen share through Zoom. I'll pin you. There.
Later.
I made you more bigger.
It said the host disabled participant screen share. That's fine.
Oh, really?
Oh.
One sec. I don't think so. Security.
My brother does that for our Zoom calls. That's because he has children before us.
Yeah, go ahead. I allowed the participants to share. Apparently, it defaulted off now.
Anyway, older brother's birthday is this weekend.
Yeah.
And my sister, we have a group chat without my oldest brother in it. So my brother ordered the other brother this.
Fantastic.
Seriously. I think that's awesome.
Wait a minute.
Damn.
I just realized was that on the official site? No shit, they're actually selling masks straight from WWE.
I mean, some of wrestling is about wearing masks, isn't it?
That's true. You got me there. Steak with a nice béarnaise sauce.
Definitely kind of salty. That's probably the best gift out of what we've summoned.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
The closest I'll come to if you're gonna make a steak and make like a pan sauce or something, stew, sure. Like steak au poivre, right? Pepper steak. I would definitely do that. That's good.
How do you feel that the best quarterback in the NFL has openly admitted to putting ketchup on his steak?
How do you feel about the best quarterback in the NFL? What?
Openly admitting to putting ketchup on his steak.
I just realized you're still full screen. One second. Let me undo that.
Yeah, he said he puts ketchup on his steak.
Hey, Sancho farts, my friends.
Slouchy farts to you as well.
Yeah, we're having some Sun Lab today. It's a pastry stout brewed with lactose, vanilla, brown sugar, marshmallow cream, malt beverage with natural flavors. 8.2% represent.
What was the last ingredient you said?
Marshmallows.
No. The last
Marshmallow
one.
cream.
Marshmallow cream.
Oh, okay. I thought you said something else. I don't know.
What did you think I
yes,
said?
I put
I don't know.
cream from my marshmallows.
Yes, I put my own marshmallow cream in there. Eh,
Well, it was not mushroom cream.
cream of mushroom. Delicioso.
Gross. That's a lot of ingredients for a beer. Does it taste good? Does it taste like marshmallows?
It's got a hint. I mean, when they say that, it's not like that's exactly what it's tasting like.
Right.
It's got the hints of, So, I mean, it's great. It's thick. It's oily. It's what I like.
Oily? That's a terrible adjective for a beer.
No, it's not. Not when you like dark beers. When it hangs on the glass, you see that? When it hangs on that glass, wee.
I've just never heard it called oily.
Well, because
What do they say in wine? They call it legs, right? When
I don't know. I don't drink wine.
When it clings to the side of the glass like that.
There you go. So you call it legs. I call it 10W50, 10W60.
That's more my speed.
40-60. Whatever.
Give me that. The stouts with that
When it-
EP90 consistency.
Yes, when it sticks to the side of the glass like that, it's not some little wimpy-sized beer.
Right.
Sure.
Sure.
And some people might like it every so often. Some people are like, oh, a stout in the middle of the sun when I'm outside.
Those people
No.
are full of shit. That
Yeah.
I have maintained since I was in college and I first started having Guinness, that I think a Guinness is every bit as light as any other beer.
Sure. Yeah.
I
It
don't
can be.
I don't think
know,
it's
weird
heavy at all.
Sometimes I think it's all perspective with me because sometimes it feels heavy and sometimes it doesn't. Like right now, this is not heavy. You know why? I missed dinner.
Right. Well, see, I completely agree, by the way, because one of the things that put me off beer many years ago was I feel like sometimes, and it's how you're feeling, and it goes a lot to what you're just saying, Fu. Sometimes I can drink a beer, and it doesn't matter what kind it is, IPA, pale ale, a Pilsner, whatever, right? As light as it looks, and it feels heavy. Like I feel like I'm sitting at like an anchor in my stomach, like I just ate a big burger or something.
That's how I feel with pilsners that have the excessive fizziness can make me feel a bit.
I was just gonna say, I think the effervescence has a lot to do with it. Now, I poured a beer and I wasn't super careful to pour in it, and look at the size of the head on that. Nothing. That's what I like. I don't want a big fat. Now, don't get me wrong.
Only on a Guinness, you want a half inch head.
You gotta have a little bit.
Yeah, and it's all I think beer dependent. But I will say that by having a lot more effervescence, I think. Well, see, and it also depends what kind of drinker you are. Like I drink like I am dying of thirst when I'm drinking a beer. So I will drink 12 beers, if I'm thirsty. So I always try to, make sure I drink some water before drinking a beer because I guess I don't really enjoy it until like the 11th. When it's slowed down a little and it's getting
the oiliest catching up with you.
Well, yeah, and only that, but then the next day you're shitting briquettes.
Right.
But it does matter. I think how much effervescence the beer has in it, and some beers you let them sit a little bit, let them get a little warm. Not warm, but
not cold either.
Different flavors come out.
For sure.
So
yeah, like I'll drink a Guinness at room temperature, but I like it chilled.
Yeah.
Horror.
Because
I don't use Parmesan. That's in a can, if that makes sense. No, it blocks. Great.
In said liquid bread. Yeah.
I mean that is the joke, right? Everybody says that. I just don't feel like that's the case with me. I don't feel like Guinness does that to me, or really any stout.
So Rob's saying, I wonder if he meant IBUs. He said IBA wheat beers, IPA maybe. Not sure. But that's another thing.
He's probably talking about IBUs.
It's another thing. Like there are some. I was always like, oh, this thing is high IBUs or low IBUs. Like I would love lower IBU beers. A lot of the stouts usually are. Because I don't really like super hoppy beers. Okay. And I think that there are some beers that you'll see you can't always go by the IBUs because it all depends on alcohol level, right? What percentage. So
ABV.
there's some beers like I know Dogfish Head has that 120-minute IPA. It's fucking delicious, you know, and the IBUs are a little higher, but it's high, you know,
I couldn't do that one.
Yeah. So, but it all, it all depends. Like I had a Prairie Artisan Ales yesterday, and that was a fucking 14.7%. That fucker, you can feel it.
Yeah.
But it's a great. I mean, like you can't taste the alcohol in it whatsoever. So everyone should just click live chat.
Speaking of sauces, by the way, so back when I used to cook for myself more, right out of college, I would have I would go through a thing. I'm a big
Like when you didn't have a
guy.
maid, or
Yeah,
like
yeah,
when
yeah.
you actually gave a shit about what you ate, or like when you didn't
had
live with your
hair?
mama.
Yeah,
Like
when I wasn't living with my mom and I was learning how to cook for myself. I'll put it that way.
When you had hair?
Back when I had hair.
Eating steakums every night.
No, I never did that. But what I would do is that I'd get I'm a big rice fan. I like to most of my dishes usually revolve around rice, but every now and then I would get some pasta and try to figure something out just to switch it up. So one of the things I used to do, I just figured out a while back, it's got a name, at least a variation on it is, and I don't even know if Will's in here or not, but I just happened to see something or whatever, and it was spaghetti aglio e olio. Yeah, exactly.
Guaio.
Sounds ridiculous. But the weird thing is I've now heard Italian speakers say it both ways. It's aglio e olio or aglio e olio. And I'm not sure which one it is, but I've heard people say it both ways. But anyway, what it is it's garlic and oil is all it is. So it's a super, super simple sort of thing that I've been the last couple of weeks. I've made it multiple times now that I know what it's called, and I've modified the recipe or how I'm actually doing it a little bit, but it's freaking awesome. It made me really like pasta again. So we were talking about just feeling heavy a few minutes ago, and that's the way pasta almost inevitably makes me feel. Like when I'm not eating pasta, I'm like, ugh. it's just a lot.
You got that carb coma going.
Yeah, exactly.
That and pasta's full of water.
Right. So this preparation does not make me feel like that. I don't know why. The only difference is you finish it, sautéing with like a pan sauce. Basically, you heat up some oil, you cut up a bitch load of garlic, real thin, like thin slices, and then low temperature fry it. You basically simmer it to there. They kind of start turning brown. Put a little pasta water in it. Put the pasta in it. Finish the pasta, and just toss it up, and that pasta goes. It sucks up all that olive oil, and it's awesome. It's really, really good. So I've been finishing with like a little bit of parm or a little bit of some other kind of hard cheese. But
You know what you make me think of? Sorry, go ahead, Ness.
No, I was going to say, so I got a friend that took over his father's company. The company name is out of California. It's Garlic King. And it's pretty amazing. I mean, he travels all over the world, like sourcing, like for real good garlic. Like, they're kind of like what Cisco Foods does, but in specialties for garlic.
Okay.
Dude, I didn't know there was so many different types of garlic. And like, he was telling us, he sent us one time, like a package of like certain freeze dried things and dried garlics that, he's like, take some olive oil and, hydrate it and all that other stuff.
Reconstitute it, yeah.
Damn, man. Like I want to say, okay, it's really not a big of a deal to have a boutique garlic, but when you like garlic and you use garlic and stuff, and you get garlic that's like, this is the stuff that like chefs use. You're like, that just made my dish like even better. And then it, like blew my mind with black garlic. Like I never knew that black garlic existed.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, next time you have some vanilla ice cream, like some real vanilla ice cream, he goes, put some black garlic in it. I'm like, what? I did it. I was like, whoa.
Black garlic is how you killed Eddie Murphy in Vampire in Brooklyn. True story.
Yeah.
Ginger's the same way.
Mm-hmm.
The ginger I get's decent, but I bought some hoity-toity bullshit ginger, and I just cut off a hunk and I kind of chewed it up a little. I'm like, fuck me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is really fucking good.
The Bon Appetit channel, which I've referenced in here several times, has got.
Oh, are those the racist people?
What?
There was that one guy. But that
Oh
shit was
yeah,
hilarious.
Rappaport resigned, right?
Yeah.
Did he?
I don't know what he
Wow.
said, but I did see somebody
He
talking
had his
that
he had his
resigned.
ringtone set to bom 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 bom.
Hopefully not. Goodness gracious.
I want to tell you. So here's the thing. I want to tell you what he got in trouble for, but I can't because that would involve me quoting a video that uses bad words, and we can do that off air.
I'll have to do that off
It
air.
was
Yeah.
so when Colin was reading the article aloud to us yesterday, and I fucking laughed my ass off.
I mean, you know, no one can accuse us of being racist. I mean, we kicked the thing that leveled us out the most of white guy out.
I'm
and
going to
now
show
it's
you
brown
my
power
favorite way.
overpowering. So, and angsty might as well count as a brown dude, anyways, living in.
I think
Texas
Sean
so
has too
close.
many fucking computers and hard drives and God knows what around him. I don't think he even remembers that there is a show.
No, I don't think so either. It's all those magnets.
It's all the
Spinning
magnets.
around.
That's
And he's just like,
that's what does
oh,
it.
maybe I'll do the show tonight. Ooh, my nano leaf on.
That is, that is something though that, I mean, we talk about current events in here,
Mhm.
and it's something that is, it's amazing to see the transformation of everything that's going on, whether you agree with what's going on or not, or support it or not, or anything like that. There's definitely, I guess you'd say change happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
And it's opening up a lot of people's, to be honest, like it's opened my eyes too to see, we might have joked about this, or
Mhm.
we might have joked about with this to another person, but if somebody took that out of context or heard it, that could really hurt someone. And I'm not talking about hurt their feelings, but hurt what they believe in.
Right.
So it's, I think it's done something to just make people think right before they, they're going to say something that might be, a bit racist.
Right.
So,
And everybody
Yeah,
knows,
yeah.
and I think it would be the ultimate in hypocrisy for anybody to pretend that they've said nothing offensive ever.
oh,
Right.
absolutely,
Especially
Absolutely.
when one of your friends happens to be in a minority group that you're teasing, or vice versa, right?
Yeah,
Like everybody, it's just I think you just need to be careful of your audience more than anything, right? You need to make sure that everybody there is okay, and if they're not
Right.
okay, then you just shut up. You just don't have.
Dude, okay. So here's the thing. I mean, from just like a race standpoint, but I like at work, I like to make jokes to people, right? Don't matter who it is. My game is I'm just gonna make dad jokes for the longest fucking time. You know why? You can't get pissed off at a dad joke. You can't get
Right.
offended by a dad joke. You
Yeah.
can't.
yeah,
You might. The only thing you could possibly be offended at is if it's a really bad pun, and
Yeah,
you don't
it's
can't
two
groan. right?
things. Two things people can't burn you for at work: dad jokes and making fun of yourself.
Right.
true. But
So-
you got to remember now, making fun of yourself could also be construed as being racist.
Well, no. So I'm not going to be like, oh, well, sorry, I'm not a good enough tech person. I'm just a stupid fucking towel. I'm not going to. I don't say that anymore.
Well, but and also too, I think you got to remember, because you could offend with the dad jokes. If the joke ends with "suck yo that," then you
Oh, yeah,
definitely
No. First of all, you shouldn't be offended because this weekend's Father's Day. So
I think I need
all
to
dads
take,
need to be.
I need to take down the videos of me going by the cops and yelling "suck your dad," and because those are
Like it's Father's Day Sunday.
good. Yeah, I'm not good anymore. But yeah, it's crazy because so much can be taken out of context, and
Tim.
yeah. I mean, like the next one that happened, I'm always, so I listen to NPR in the mornings on the way to work, and they were talking about, I guess, the guy who owns the CrossFit gyms.
Oh,
So gyms.
yeah, I listened to that shit on NPR.
Well, come back. We'll finish. We'll continue the conversation when we come back. So, I'm listening, and apparently something I didn't know is when this guy developed all this in the early 2000s, he like trademarked that CrossFit name. So when
really?
any gyms wanted to use the word CrossFit, they have to pay and they have to have, not, I don't think it's so much I don't think it's so much a royalty, but I think it's something to do with the name. Like they have to pay for using the name CrossFit, like so and so CrossFit Gym. Okay?
Trademark somewhere in there, I'm sure.
Yeah, trademark. So apparently, and I caught this, like in the middle. What exactly did he say on that? It was audio recorded from a Skype call, right, or from some kind of Zoom call or something.
Well, yeah.
And
pull up the article.
And the funny thing is that the bro culture has always been ingrained in the CrossFit, scene. And now people are coming out and saying, "Oh yeah, I had an issue with this, and I had an issue with that, and like I was at one of these gyms, and I felt either sexual harassed or felt like something was racist against me or something." And I brought it up to management, and they were just like, "Well, if you don't like it, leave, or that's just how it is, or something like that." And then this guy comes out and said whatever he said in one of the calls, and it was like, holy shit. And now there's boycotts, companies. I mean, he had to step down. And
fuck, I forgot.
What do you say?
The Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation, they tweeted saying racism and discrimination are critical public health issues that demand an urgent response. #Black Lives Matter. Read our director's statement and then their healthdata.org website. This guy responds and said, "It's Floyd 19."
That's right. It's Floyd 19. He was making say George Floyd and COVID-19. This was the next thing that was happening, which is quite a bit insensitive. So they made him step down, or he stepped down, and
I mean, I don't know. And this is where you get into the dangerous waters of when you start policing what people say, right? Because to me, it's obviously totally insensitive.
Well,
no doubt about it, but it's not racist, right? It's just a crappy thing to say.
Well, I mean, but here's the thing too: is I mean, you could play both sides of that, because you could say, "Oh, we've been so. Why do you care anymore? We're so desensitized to that because Cheeto is sitting there tweeting every day and saying some of the most stupid shit. You got Biden saying stupid shit. You got Chuck Norris saying stupid shit.
You don't go to a funeral. You don't go to a funeral and be like, "Who died?"
Right? Why the long faces? Who died?
Why the casket have no door? Does he fall
Dude,
off?
I actually said that. I kind of said that under my nose the day after the Trump election, because I was working in photography at the time with like 3 other dudes in the office. I come in and it's like a fucking funeral in the office, and that guy's like, "Who died?"
Yep.
But
ooh, man, sorry to hear that, Josh. That's right. I forgot about that. We'll be thinking about you in a couple weeks, there, buddy.
We'll drink one to you.
That's right.
what are we drinking for?
Josh said it's his first Father's Day without his dad.
Oh shit, man.
Feel that. I forgot what we were talking about. So rewinding a couple topics back, something
we were talking about racism.
No, I meant before that.
We were talking about beer.
I think it was Rob was talking about pecorino, and that was what I meant by hard cheese. That was the first one that I tried it with, and then I went and got a block of Parmesan, and that's now I've also been told that's closer to cacio di pepe or something, but whatever. It's
Speaking of Publix, I tried one of Publix's sub that was a smoked jalapeno turkey and Gouda.
Smoked jalapeno turkey and Gouda.
So the turkey, the boar's head turkey is smoked. It's got smoked jalapeno, flavoring in it. So the turkey's got it in it, and the Gouda is a smoked jalapeno Gouda.
Oh, was it a sandwich that was there, like prepared already?
Yeah, they're subs. They're Publix subs. It was one of their Publix subs. Yeah.
People.
It was.
I thought you said Costco. Did you say Publix?
Publix. Yeah.
But I kind of wish we had a Publix out here, because when I visit my folks who are in Georgia, they've got Publix out there. Yep. It's a really nice store. They've got a really good nice. Like bakery deli kind of area.
Yes, it's very nice. Now you pay a little bit more. Like, okay, so you compare them. And man, ain't no shame. We got Walmarts. We got Aldi's down here, all that shit.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for something specific, you can find it cheaper somewhere else, right? But here's the way I look at it. Do I mind paying 28 cents, 30 cents? Now, obviously, I'm not talking about fucking something ridiculous like, oh, this shit costs $5 over here and it costs $15 at Publix or something. Because there are some things, it's weird, some things are different pricing, but
Yeah.
produce and certain things, they hover around the same. But man, they have done an incredible job at having super clean stores. Super, the produce and stuff is now, again, some people don't go to grocery stores to buy groceries, they just go buy fucking milk and cereal or whatever. Nothing wrong with that. But when you're buying, stuff to cook, stuff at home,
Yeah.
Man, it makes a big difference on the cleanliness of, especially nowadays with the whole COVID thing, how clean, how nice, lit they are, how they turn the product over. I don't know. It's yes, it's busier, but you can get in and get out. It's the nicer experience.
Publix to you
Rifleman.
is like that's like Trader Joe's to me. Trader
Right.
Joe's. We're actually going there on Saturday.
Trader Joe's is I consider it higher end than Publix here, because I mean we don't have one here. It's in Orlando.
We don't have Publix. We had Wegmans open up in Brooklyn. They're like Western New York, like Ford's territory.
Yeah.
They're kind of, I think they're on par with Trader Joe's in that they, all their prepared foods and everything, it's all their own brands and shit.
Yeah.
Rifleman. I shopped at Winn-Dixie for a really long time for one thing, and just about one thing only, and it's beef. They have really, really good meat there.
Yeah.
But they closed down the one that's near me, and then I moved away anyway, so there's not one around.
We have Winn-Dixie down here too, and they went through a tough time.
Yeah.
They redid some stores and stuff like that, but again, it was like they redid their stores and everything, and it just, I don't know, it just felt like the stores were bigger and stuff like that, and it just, I don't know, it still felt like it was the old Winn-Dixie.
Yeah.
But the beef, on the beef side, they do have.
They did a really good job in beef. What? I don't know what they did. Did they just go out of business, or do they still have them around?
Winn-Dixies are still around.
They are. Okay.
I think they took a pretty hard hit, and then they closed a bunch of stores and made the stores that they had, better.
Okay.
But
I wonder if they still got any around my area, because I haven't seen one in
they have 495 locations according to Wikipedia.
Which is not a lot.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I know they got hit during the recession, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And it's been years since I've seen one.
They must be doing good, because I've seen a lot of commercials on TV.
Shit. Okay. Let me read you this section. Financial difficulties. Winn-Dixie stores closed all 76 stores that operated in Texas and Oklahoma at the end of its 2002 fiscal year, ending on June 26th. In April 2004, Winn-Dixie announced the closure of 156 stores, including all 111 stores located in the Midwest. Included were over 20 stores that operated under the Thriftway name and in and around Cincinnati, purchased by Winn-Dixie in 1995. Another 40 stores in the Atlanta area were converted to Save Right Grocery Warehouse brand as an alternative to a store closure. Later that year in October, the company sold 10 stores in North Carolina and Virginia to Salisbury-based Food Lion, with the stores in Clarksville, Danville, Martinsville, Southville, Stanleytown, Virginia, and Elizabethtown, North Carolina. They filed for bankruptcy in 2005. They filed for bankruptcy in 2018. February 2019, Southeastern Grocers announced plans to close 22 locations in Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, and South Carolina. This round of closures included 7 Winn-Dixie locations. They are not doing well. As of June 17, 497, they have 60 stores in Alabama, 358 in Florida. That's the most. 17 in Georgia, 47 in Louisiana, 14 in Mississippi.
That's why I haven't seen one in a while. I guess they just closed all
Texas
the ones
or Oklahoma.
Festy, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole, man. Josh was just asking Masty if we knew how to reset a DNA mod. Wasn't there a button dance you could do to force it to reset?
I thought so.
I was advised to short it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't it just like a short? Like if you hard short the pin?
Josh, you just take a screwdriver, shaft end on the outside of the 510, end of the screwdriver on the contact, fire it, let it spark, do its thing. I've only had to do it 2 or 3 times in my vaping career, but it works.
Yeah.
And that's for probably just like a DNA 40 that's not
Yeah, because
e-scribable,
Yeah,
right?
E-scribe. Yeah.
yeah, I would imagine mass. That's it. Just resets. It's like a failsafe when you short it, resets.
Yeah. Yep. You can try that.
Maybe the DNA 62. Wasn't the DNA 60 also not e-scribable? I forget.
I think it was. I know that's why people preferred the 60 over the 75, or just because the 75 was rated better.
Yeah. Or maybe the 60 would connect to it. You just couldn't change anything about it. There was something like that. It wasn't configurable through eScribe, but maybe you can make it reboot if the short thing doesn't work. I have some vape mail. Been a while. Yeah.
I'm still waiting for my vape mail. It's on its way. Actually, so my fast tech order is going through the Netherlands. That's where it was today.
Yeah.
So I thought that was weird. I don't think I've ever had a fast tech order go through the Netherlands.
Fast tech through the Netherlands, really? Interesting.
Maybe it's because I went with Singapore Air shipping.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna turn a really bright light on real quick. Oh God, bless.
Can I get your license and registration, son?
You are white.
So I got some new tips, and that's really, really too bright.
Okay, so the way the paint pattern looked at first, it looked like you chewed on it.
Yeah, it does. And I was trying to get a little bit of light, but not too much. And that's too much light. So I got some new Omen tips. That is a black with like flecks, like goldy kind of flecks in it. And I got another one like that, and then also I got this one, which I actually am really stoked about. So this guy, he's got an ice one, which is like white with like kind of semi-translucent-y kind of color, which is pretty slick. And look what he did for me in the bore. Woo! Nice and tiny compared to like my old one.
Nice bevel. Nice bevel. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I started a new art project.
Oh, a new art project. Fantastic. Oh yeah,
It's a work in progress. I just started on this side yesterday. So
Yonk.
I really need to get on ordering a couple 11 mil tips.
So I got that guy, and since I bought multiple, he sent me another one. He sent me one of the his little titanium flamed single piece sort of things. I'm not sure this is gonna work for me because I vape pretty hot. And I'm guessing even though titanium does a pretty good job with getting cool quickly.
Yeah, I've never had an issue with this tips getting hot. The problem is I didn't have my AC on most of the day, so my top cap took forever to get cool. Like, yeah, I think I was away from my desk for a few minutes and my shit was still warm. Like my top cap was surprising. A time of the year where it's not fun to vape outside if it's hot. It's just not.
It's just not.
Like I was taking a walk earlier today and it was like upper 80s, 70% humidity. I had the Orion in the pocket and I was just like, took a couple pulls and I'm just like, I'm not feeling. I didn't enjoy smoking cigarettes when it was blistering out. I don't enjoy vaping.
No, that might have been the best part of vaping, as going from smoking to vaping.
Because it thins your juice, it thins out your clouds. There's more chance for like liquid. It's just. I turned on the AC a couple hours ago and I'm happy because it just And you just saw me putting my fucking bare ass deck in my mouth. I think it burned too bad. Who saw that? I put cotton in my mouth, dude.
Ew.
I did that last week. I burned my lip.
Did you really get that? What did they call that on ECR? The dragon bite or whatever?
I forget. I think it looks like herpes, but yeah, it was like just a little burn. I might have been inebriated.
Right. Horror.
I don't even have to be sometimes because I have maybe 2 or 3 close calls during the week because half the time I'm refilling, I'm working, and I'm in the middle of doing other shit, and I'm like, oh, right.
Right. Horror said, is that not funny to have to short it to reset it? Well, no. I mean, that was... If you're talking about the DNA 20, 30, or 40,
Yeah.
That was before there was a computer interface or
Dude.
anything like that, right?
Dude, you know how you
Right.
test a computer power supply if it's not loading? To like rule out that it's the fucking PSU, you take the
You take
24
the
pin
wires
connector,
and you
or you take a paper clip and you jump the two of the pins. So
Oh, I thought
It's-
you.
it's a die-
No,
No, I do that with
That's,
9 volt
that's a 9
batteries.
volt, yeah.
now I take a
You get-
9 volt and I pack it like a lip.
If you get a little, you know it's working.
Dude, I was sucking all those 9 volt batteries. How do you think how do you think made me so quick muting Toomey in the hangout?
Zing.
Headshot.
So speaking of heat, though, because he made these things to my specs, I asked him to make them so tiny. There is less mass of the non-conductive, stuff, whatever he's using on the outside. It does get quite warm,
Quite toasty.
quite
yeah.
toasty.
How small is that tip? Is it a 9mm or a 7?
I think it's a 6.
Jesus fuck.
You mean the ID?
Dude, can you
Like,
imagine how much extra drip I would get if I was using a 6mm with my 29 watts?
You mean the inner diameter?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's 6. So I'll check. Hold on a sec. Let me go get my calipers. Where are they? Oh yeah, they're right here. Oh, these some bitches are probably gonna need batteries because I get the shitty Chinese ones that are just constantly draining.
Wow, what a depressing email I just got from my big boss for our Zoom meeting Friday. Feel free to share your COVID experiences, good and bad. Share some tips you may have found during these challenging times. Introduce us to your pets, don't have. Your kids, don't have. And your other half, don't have. Fuck. I got nothing to share.
Oh,
I don't give a shit.
holy shit! 4.75. $4.8. Yeah, I'll round up. It's basically 5 mil.
Sounds like a Sean tip.
Yeah, well, this is the way we asked him. We asked him to be a 5 mil originally, and that was the thing that he hated to make. He hated.
That's the
doing
thing.
it.
I don't want to move up in drip tip size because I've been using the 9mm for like years now.
Right.
I may make an exception just for this one Addy, but like the 9mm is pretty perfect on my K-Fun. I think those are like the only two Addies I've used the Omen stuff on is the K-Fun and the NAR stuff.
And that's what we wanted. Back then, he and I were both RTA users, right? Uber Toots, K-Funs, Hurricanes, all that shit. Evo Reaper.
All
And
right, I
that's
was
why
on
we
the signs of vaping shit then.
Yeah, that's right. So that's why we wanted the tighter bore size on the drip tip.
Yeah. Problem is I can't do the tighter bore with the way I vape. At least on this Addy, because there's too much condensation.
On the TA though, dude.
I have a 9mm tip and I get super condensation on my tip. That's why I have this art project. If I went down and if I went narrower, it would be that much more the condensed.
Maybe.
I'm not getting more vapor by shrinking my inner diameter.
No, you're not getting more vapor, but you're also not getting less, right, by shrimping it. That's kind of what I was going at, because there's no way the TA needs 9 mil exit, right? Even wide open. You'd probably get every bit of it out of a tighter drip tip, and probably it would be warmer.
That's the thing. I'll see how I get on, but if I'm not at my desk and the shit, like, I still feel start to creep up some, it gets annoying.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm not going to use my jeans because that shit is dark, and
Yeah.
not every pair of pants I have is dark enough to obscure a juice stain. So,
Double Helix Designs Jinx tips. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jess has been making. I think part of it was when we started talking to her because she had those. All the shit was like those 810s. The goon style things. She used to make tons of those, and she did start making those smaller ones. And they're nice. I got one around here somewhere that I bought in some con or other.
dude, she's put out some really dope. How about Jess? I tuned out for a second. Yeah, she put out. I saw on her Instagram put out some really dope new summer tips and all. I'm like, I want to like get a new Kennedy just to get some new tips.
Mm-hmm. She's one of the few other drip tip makers that I probably would recommend outside of Brad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly because she's really nice, and she makes a good product too. But she's really nice.
And she's still making them.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah.
Even though they're tobacco products somehow.
Oh, okay. Chat, fellas. Granted, if you're watching the VOD, you don't have much time to do this. So my younger brother's trying to get my brother a donut pull floaty for his birthday,
Mm.
but he can't find a good one. So if you know of a good one or one that you might own that you would recommend, I would appreciate that very much.
Does it need to be actually like appear to be a donut?
Absolutely. Like, what would Homer Simpson use?
Right, like a Homer Simpson sort of. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly what we're going for here is Homer Simpson.
Perfect. I feel like I've seen one, and it was like with a pink frosting on top. I think I've seen that before.
That would be ideal.
Mm-hmm. Gosh, I haven't thought about that in a long time, but I've definitely seen that somewhere. Interesting.
I told my brother, I'm like, I just asked my chat if they can find one. I got you.
Oh, and by the way,
WhatsApp does this. The fact that I can respond to text messages on my computer, I love the future.
Oh, dude,
It's
I don't
been a
know
great
how
feature.
people that don't use Macs do it. I have no idea because I've been doing that for many years, and it's awesome.
No, WhatsApp desktop app. That's basically. That's
Right.
Yeah.
Right on. No, when they started doing iMessage and whenever that was when was that? 07, 08? Something like that. And then they released the OS 10 client for it too. Oh my god, it was changed my life.
And that was the thing. When I owned a MacBook, I didn't have a smartphone. You know? And when I finally got a smartphone, I was back to using a PC. So
By the
I
way,
almost bought the iPhone SE, the one that just came out.
if you're wondering, by the way, yes, my office does smell like garlic, like quite a bit.
And your armpits.
Also, my armpits, I'm sure. Tim says there is one that looks like the Simpsons donut. They do sell them. Good.
Okay, brother. Oh, right. They can't link. Link it to me on Steam. We're friends there.
There you go. Okay, what else? What else I got going on? Games. I found out that Minecraft released a new game the other day. Minecraft Dungeons. So, if you haven't seen this, think about it like this: if Diablo 3 had been implemented in the Minecraft engine, that's what it is. It's a dungeon crawler, like action RPG. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's not as deep, class wise as some of the other ones, but depending on the weapons that you do pick up, it does change your attack patterns and that kind of thing. There's not as much of the skills and magic. It's simplified for sure, but it is pretty cool, and there are runes and customizations and some randomized sorts of things on the different weapons. There's unique weapons and all that kind of junk, and armor and items basically that they can pop through. It's great. Your house smells of rich mahogany. Mine doesn't. Mine smells of garlic at the moment.
So, speaking of games, I haven't been able to play any because my controller's been a pain in the dick.
No.
TLDR, I needed to change the thumbsticks on mine because they were worn to shit. I've had this controller for like 5 years. So I ordered some. Let me hold the PCB in place. I ordered aluminum replacement sticks, and they feel amazing.
Ooh.
Problem is, in putting this godforsaken controller back together, I close it up.
Mm-hmm.
The right button, for some reason, doesn't want to line up with the contact properly. This has been like a 2-day process. And I'm like, God damn it.
That's actually something that I haven't done, and I probably need to. I've got my old 2 PS4 controllers. One of them was worse than the other one, but
I spilled some Guinness.
The rubbery
Got
bit.
some on my tape dispenser.
Oh no! At least it wasn't a keyboard. That would be worse.
No, we're good.
So the rubbery bit outside of the sticks is worn to the point of where it's through. Like I'm onto the core of the sticks, and it's not very comfortable anymore. It's kind of crappy, and also the batteries, the lipos kind of suck. Yeah, I wonder if you can.
There's no grip left on this thumbstick here.
Yeah. But mine is like peeled off, like it's like gone. It's to the core of the plastic. It's tactily not nice anymore. So can
Okay,
you
I have everything lined up right now. Fuck, no, I don't.
can you get the lipo packs for them and just swap them
I
out?
don't know because I use rechargeable double A's in mine.
Can't do that on the PS4. They built in.
No.
Master, have you ever done that?
What's that?
Replace the lipo on a PS4 controller.
No, but I assume it shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, I was just
Even
curious
if they have it, even if they have it soldered in.
Yeah, I got a
Son of a
solder
bitch.
right now.
See,
What did it?
it's
is
not
it,
a
Is it poof?
not a poof. It's like every button press is fine except for the right button. This might be okay.
Because I literally just saw. That's what I was looking at. I was looking at somebody took and did a pillow on a couch, and it was the picture of a lipo, like poofed. I'm like, that is perfect.
Did it have like the wiring harness like dangling?
No,
off?
it was just
So-
it's just the good old silver lipo with the tape on the top with the wire, and it has the Chinese writing on it. 40 milliamp. And it's just it's a pillow. It's a couch pillow.
Yeah, that's
great.
awesome. Is there like a wrap of like gold Kapton around the top or something?
Yep, there is.
Nice.
There is. Yeah.
If anyone
Here,
is
I'll send you the
looking,
picture.
everyone's looking to fuss around with their
It's in chat.
360. This is a 360 controller. It uses a security torque screw. So just a heads up on that end.
There you go, Inksy.
So
Oh god, that's a big picture.
anyone who knows a 360 controller, the right button, I'm gonna put it back together because I'm fucking tired of it now. But this is like 90% good, and this is further than I've gotten to date. So
I'm looking for my
yeah. So I just want to try out my new fucking aluminum thumbsticks that aren't supposed to wear out ever.
Aluminum.
aluminum.
Yeah, aluminum thumbsticks.
All right, here.
I
Hold
was
on.
surprised to see them because I was just going to order some regular rubber replacements. I'm like, they cost me like $8 or $9. So I said, fuck it.
I'm sharing the picture of the pillow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I do feel like I'd have to put the wiring harness at the top too, just like a little dangly,
Mm-hmm.
just to complete the look. But that's pretty close. I dig it.
It's pretty funny.
Tim said that he sent the link.
Yeah, I just realized I wasn't signed into Steam, so I'm signing in right now. Rebooted earlier.
Oh, it makes me wonder if there's that's probably all lined up, but there's probably like maybe there's a bit of schmutz up in there or something, where maybe you have an errant screw that made its way underneath the plastic actual actuator. Oh, that was weird. You froze for a minute.
Yeah, that might have been me because you were potato for me. Uh-oh. I dropped a screw, and I think it's pinned against my foot.
Uh-oh.
Whoop.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
I need to get one of those telescoping magnet things.
Yeah.
Inksy, this is another good one to share. With just how
Stu,
the
yeah,
year's been-
that was a pillow that Masty found.
how the year's been going.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it reminds me of that one that here, I'll share it for the peoples. Here. And then my screen share, person of the year, mayhem. Enough said. It reminds me of something somebody sent on the Discord the other day. Was one of those memes that was me preparing for 2020, and it was like a guy in full plate armor with a full helmet. Oh god, my Mac just went to sleep on its screensaver and
Went 9-8.
yeah, it went night. I had to wake it up. And my watch didn't wake it up, and my fingerprint didn't wake it up because it wanted a password. It's been long enough. Apparently, I needed to put my password in. Anyway, There's a guy in full plate armor, you know, with a full massive looking helmet or whatever, just like this little thing, and then it said 2020 at the bottom, and there's just an arrow stuck right through the right through the visor slot. Yeah.
Oh, straight up, 2020 took an arrow in the knee.
It did. I would have been an adventurer like you. But I took an arrow in the knee.
Yo. Okay, here's the last screw. I was wondering why. I'm like, why am I screwing in this empty hole? Do I actually get to play Rocket League tonight? I think I did.
Did you sort out the button?
All right. You can probably hear the difference. This is the left button. Right button. You see what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
it is a little different. It actually sounded squishier. Is it not squishier?
The action's shorter on this on the right button.
Mm. That dude was.
Well,
in
I
the
have like
prison
tape on it
series,
so shit wouldn't fall down, so because the buttons can fall out when you take it apart.
That guy's been in a few things over the years. I think that Mayhem commercial thing was just the latest that he's done.
Oh, so he was on Rescue Me.
Rescue Me,
Man.
yeah. Was it
John-
Rescue Me or was it crap? What was that other one?
He's been in a bunch of other things, but most
Yeah.
recently I remember him from Rescue Me. Johnny.
Fessy said he was
Oh.
in Oz as well. What?
So nice.
Dude, the aluminum sticks look awesome.
Oh, they look dope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do.
But no, they feel nice because I think these are also compatible with PS4 analogs.
Oh,
So
is that right?
I got these for like $9. These are fucking. See how they feel.
On Amazon or eBay or what?
Amazon.
Right on. I need to look it up and see how much of a pain in the
Also-
balls it is to replace the PS4 controller lipos because they're several years old and their battery life is suffering for sure.
Tim, thank you for the link and the model. By the way, actually, we should do a screen share segment on this. Right? Not kosher marketing. She's topless, and we'll just look how photoshopped this crotch is.
Yeah, that looks totally real.
This looks pretty dope.
$14 too, man. It's a good price.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta sneeze.
You are not blessed.
Bless me.
You're not welcome.
Figures.
So yeah, because I like the Xbox One controller, but I'm just too fucking used to how this thing feels and all that stuff.
I've got the.
Pop the
Well,
battery pack in.
I did get a 1 when I was playing a few games on the PC. It's an alright controller. I still think the PS4 is better. I like the PlayStation controller format better. I don't know why.
I did for a while, and then when they put out the first revision of the Xbox controller, they made it a little smaller. That's kind of when I kind of preferred that over the PlayStation. As I'm opening up Rocket League to practice, just kind of get a feel for the sticks.
Oh, how many years? Stu's asking how many years has Flo had her gig. I don't know, but it's not. That's not a look that I think looks cool. I'm sure she thinks it looks cool, but
Well, she knows where her bread's buttered. That's for damn sure.
mm-hmm.
Well, before Flo, I knew Flo is the waitress from Dumb and Dumber.
Yes, Fessy just said exactly what I was about to say. At least Lily's back on AT&T.
Yo, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see the photo that gets periodically posted in our Discord of Lily?
Mm-hmm. She's well equipped.
Like to make an honest
Something
woman out of her.
bricks. Shit house.
Are we allowed to say that? I want to make an honest woman out of her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well.
I didn't know if that was like automatically saying that she's a working girl.
Oh no, I don't think so. Maybe. I
would like to make very good friends with her.
There you go. Very good friends.
All right, these sticks feel pretty great, but I won't know until later.
So when you replace those, did you replace the? Because I assume there's spring-loaded. You know, your X and Y axis has got to be a separate module, right?
So it's unfortunate that I already put it back together because I would have shown you how sophisticated the joystick assembly is.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why we have Microsoft Paint. I'm gonna do a paint demonstration. So at least I'm going to be going off of memory. So if you're kind of looking at it from a bit of an angle, so it's like a stick, right? This is the stick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the analog bit
Yeah.
kind of goes on top and it kind of press fits down.
Sure.
And then the little like moving things here, this is like a copper contact. And it moves within here. So when you move it, it kind of, this contact touches down when you're moving directionally.
Yeah.
So I thought it was pretty neat. Yeah.
So,
Don't remember much else about the assembly, but
so the thing that you replaced was it just like the top pad where your thumb goes
Yeah.
and then the post? Does
yeah,
it
it's
screw
pretty
in?
much. So this is what the stop screen share. So this is what the original thumbstick looks like. This is like the bit you see from the top of the controller,
Mm-hmm.
and this goes straight up on top of that stick. And so these metal ones are pretty tough to get on, but once they're on, they're on.
Oh, so like that little domey bit that's like a dust shield, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. And
And
that's
so, yeah,
part of the
that-
aluminum one as well?
Yeah,
Cool.
I didn't know they were a thing, and I saw them. I'm like, let's give these a try.
Yeah. The do you hear me now guy.
Yeah, he's working for Sprint.
He
Whatever.
yeah. That's what I was gonna
Ain't
say
really.
because he was Verizon, right? And then he went to Sprint, I think.
No, he was Verizon, and then he fell off the face of the earth for years,
Yeah.
and then he came back with Sprint.
Right.
It
Lily,
would have been awesome if in between he just showed up for Dell.
Dude.
Dude, you're getting it. Can you hear me now? What?
dude, half my Zoom calls for work are Verizon ad because most people don't know how to join audio on Zoom.
Mm.
I was chatting back and forth with the user, and I'm like, 15 minutes before they figured out how to work with their audio, because you can't screen share Zoom. You know, if committing Zoomception, so I couldn't like screen share and be like, click here.
Oh, screen share Zoom itself, like the client.
Yeah. You can't screen share the client and show them how to do shit.
Right.
It's like, fuck.
So you're always just like, it's that little thing on the top. You gotta click on the thing.
Well, no, it was in bottom left because sometimes they just X out the join audio thing, and it's like I can hear you, but
I don't know where you are. Yeah. Okay. I think that's all that I had to cover today. I don't think I have anything else. Anybody else got any something else?
Neat.
Yep.
I might be seeing Eric the Saint this weekend. That might be cool.
Ooh,
Oh, Boba stuff.
that's awesome. Definitely give him the high fives from me for sure.
Oh, for sure. You know, I know there's social distancing on him, but you know, as New York boys need to meet up and have our coffee. That's
right.
what we do.
Good. All right, everybody. Well, thank you very much for coming out to join us again this week. As always, we're pleased to have you. We're glad to have you here in chat, and we're glad that you guys watch on the VOD later on as well. Stay safe out there. How about that? Just stay safe. Watch your six. Don't walk too close to anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you want it.
Unless you want it.
Like if Lily was walking past right now, I would.
Oh god.
Oh yeah,
Not
I would
social
definitely walk
distance.
close to her. That's okay.
You'd walk in her.
Oh jeez. Bye everybody.